It's Friday evening in Knoxville as we get set to kick off Mother's Day weekend with undefeated One Knox in its first League One match at Covenant Health Park. And the men in net will play a big role tonight. Across 7 all-time meetings between Knoxville and Forward Madison, just 2 goals separate these two teams. So every single shot that flies towards Johan Garibay and his opposite man, Bernd Shipman, in goal could be the difference maker tonight. We've got a good one for you coming up next on ESPN+. Tonight's match is brought to you by Markman's Diamonds, Knoxville's hometown jeweler. What's going on, League One fans? My name is Parker Johnson. Let me be the first to wish you a happy Mother's Day weekend from right here in the heart of the Smokies. If you take nothing else from me tonight, remember to treat your mama nice this weekend. Hey, but I can certainly tell you a few things about these two teams as well, as we are going to go ahead and look at the tale of the tape between One Knoxville and Forward Madison so far this season. Knoxville still undefeated in league play. Forward Madison just 1 win in 5 games. You can see the goals scored, the goals conceded, but look at the difference in the way these teams play. Forward Madison completes over 100 more passes per game, but it's Knoxville that's creating twice the amount of big chances per game and converting on that possession. So as we take a look at our players to watch tonight, we start with the home side and One Knoxville. It's Danny Fernandez, the Spanish El Toro, Danny the Bull they call him. He scored the game-winning penalty kick in the first ever match at Covenant Health Park. That was a Jaeger Cup victory on penalties. A special moment for the Knoxville man. And on the other side, Devin Boyce becomes a League One Centurion tonight with his 100th league appearance for Forward Madison. Former Union Omaha man and a title winner there has brought success to Forward Madison as well. And without a few of their familiar faces in the starting lineup tonight, a little more creative responsibility on the shoulders of Forward Madison's number 8 heading into this one. So there will be some big changes in the starting lineups for both of these teams. We're going to fill you in on those right after this short break. We got starting lineups and kickoff from Knoxville coming up on ESPN+.
Blew my mind away.
It's not just a nationwide company that's trying to get your money and then jacking up your prices every other month.
$65 a month, every month, no questions asked.
It's so fast.
So my speeds have quadrupled, actually.
Believe me, you will see the difference.
If you can get KUB fiber in your neighborhood, get it.
10 out of 10, I would recommend it.
3-4-3 of Matt Glazer and the Mingos. One Knoxville SC on this beautiful natural grass surface at the Cove, Covenant Health Park, which they packed out with 6,378 fans in the Jägermeister Cup, setting a USL League One record. And they are back here at home for their first league contest. One Knoxville trying to stay undefeated against Forward Madison on this Friday night to kick off Mother's Day weekend. My name is Parker Johnson. So happy that you've joined us here to start off your weekend with a little bit of League One soccer as we get things underway with a Madison attack that is out for a goal kick for Knoxville, and Johan Garibay getting his gloves on the ball for the first time. It is a switch replacing the back-to-back Golden Glove winner Sean Lewis in goal, but Garibay got a lot of run at the beginning of this season as Lewis was missing with injury. This is actually his fourth start in the league, and he's got a pretty stellar record when he's had to step in. One of the best reserve goalkeepers in the league, 10 clean sheets in 17 appearances in his one Knoxville career. So certainly steady hands back there. A couple of teams that are dealing with a lot of injuries front to back. As the header played through, cleaned up by Jaheim Brown. We hear the voices of the Scruffs raising here in the opening 90 seconds. It's taken off of Nico Brown by Jaheim Brown. A couple of Jamaican internationals going head-to-head. Jaheim Brown, the right back, taking that throw for one Knoxville here in all blue. And Nico Brown playing on the left wing. And no Derek Gebhard from the start for Forward Madison. He is their leading goal scorer in league play. Nazim Bartman out with injury as well. Those are the only two players that have notched goals for Forward Madison. They've only scored 4 in their first 5 league contests. Meanwhile, Knoxville have also played 5 games, 3 wins, 2 draws. And last month, coming with an unblemished 2-0 record. Identical 1-0 wins on the road at Greenville and on the road at the time, league leaders, FC Naples. So there's a man down here in pink. We get a stoppage in play. The last thing we need is more battered bodies. That is Jose Carrera Garcia. Shaking it off and appreciating the recognition from the referee. That great month for Knoxville, earning head coach Ian Fuller Coach of the Month honors. And they head into May, still the only team with an unblemished record in USL League One this season. But they do come into the weekend 3rd in the table, given that they've only played the 5 matches. Still got Spokane Velocity and FC Naples they are chasing, starting today's action 3 points ahead of them. So a win and a full 3 points for Knoxville could send them back to the top. They would need at least a 2-goal win in order to jump FC Naples on goal difference. Here's Stuart Ritchie blazing up the left wing. Not the last time you'll hear me say that tonight. The outside back spots in Ian Fuller's 4-3-3 are the primary areas of chance creation for one Knoxville. Ritchie and Brown combining for 13 chances created, mostly off of crosses this season. And they are the top 2 on the team in those stats. Speaking of chances created, Boyce bursting up the sideline. Looking for Villader, who has run in behind the defense. Played back by Michael Chilaka, who steps in for Mitchell Osmond at the center back position for Forward Madison. Matt Glazer emphasized that he has 4 great center backs in this team. Chilaka, Kroll, and Timmy Mell starting back there tonight in the back 3, with Osmond available as far as we know from the bench. He is listed. He picked up a knock in the last match. He also came into the season battling a hamstring injury. But full faith from Matt Glazer in the 3 that he's got back there. It's been a stingy back line for Madison as the long throw being prepared by Brown. It's sent high, rainbowing into the box. Header won by Callum Johnson. And sent away Nico Brown via Dare. Herrera Garcia gets it out to Brown, who keeps it in play with a long clearance back into Knoxville's half. Over the top, looking for Stavros Zerokostas, saved, and the follow-up blocked away by Forward Madison. It was Nico Rosamilia, the rookie out of Rutgers, with the first big chance on goal after the opportunity started with Zerokostas, cutting inside of Kroll and forcing a save out of Bernd Schipman. That gave just enough time for those Mingos defenders to scramble back and block the rebound. So we get set for the Precision Concrete Solutions corner kick from Kempes Tequila. The German swings it in with his left foot. Body's tumbling in the box. Free kick coming out for Forward Madison. Bernd Schipman, the captain today, with Osmond on the bench, making his 250th professional appearance. And he's doing it in style today as well. Forward Madison releasing new goalkeeper kits today, the Sampaguita and the Sun. He is wearing the Sampaguita version, a green kit with the white national flower of the Philippines represented in the pattern. And it's a kit that all the 25% of the profits will go to a local group in Madison as they promote Asian and Pacific Islander Awareness Month. Schipman with Philippine background. He's played 3 games for the Philippine national team, although he was born in Germany, as you might tell by his surname. Adam Macias, another Mingo who shares some Philippine heritage, and those two showing off those kits on social media today. We're getting to see him on the pitch as well. Forward Madison continuing to lead the way in League One, and they head out for a corner here. Kempes Tequila will ready another of those big bodies of one Knoxville. This corner kick brought to you by Precision Concrete Solutions, proud members of the East Tennessee community, building together. Tequila right on the 6-yard box. The shot comes in. Zerokostas blocked away. Brown trying to find Tequila again. Was there a flying hand from a Flamingo? Just a throw, I believe. The signal from the referee. Stand corrected. Reaching for the disappearing spray, which will indicate a free kick given against Ferdy Souza. Just a bit unlucky as his hands came up, challenging for the header. So this will provide a different angle of attack for Callum Johnson, who can send in an in-swinger, a little bit different trajectory from those couple of early corners from Tequila. Fernandez by himself at the back post, guarded by Kroll. Too close in the end to Shipman. As we reach the 10-minute mark from Covenant Health Park. Scoreless in the early going between undefeated Knoxville and the visitors. Forward Madison in pink. High pressure now from the home side. Amelia forcing a rushed long pass from Shipman. Regained momentarily by Knoxville, and then Richie bringing down Devin Boyce. The USL on CBS Sports Network continues on May 28th with a Western Conference doubleheader. San Antonio FC takes on FC Tulsa at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by Las Vegas Lights FC and Phoenix Rising FC at 10:30. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network on May 28th. Free kick coming to nothing for Madison. The big question coming in, where will the Mingos find their goals? Matt Glazer diagnosing for me a low expected goals total, old XG, and he said his team had not been getting into the final third as often as he would like, which is part of the reason for that low XG total in the opening phases of the season. But he also mentioned the undeniable truth that injuries have played a big part, and without the likes of Gebhard and Nazim Bartman, Garrett McLaughlin still out with long-term injury, Adam Macias not available tonight either. A lot of attacking pieces missing for Madison in the creative department. It's Galindres who will lead the line tonight with Villader and Boyce assisting, but certainly not the ideal front three for Matt Glazer. And those free kick opportunities, just like this one that we'll get again for the Mingos, need to be taken seriously. Brown whipping in a service, Villader the only one near it, and in fact he kept it in on the far side. Richie now with some work to do, launching up the line, regained by Boyce towards the end line, cut in. Brown was in the middle, headed away by Skelton. Now Madison shifting into possession. Chilaka on the ball to Kroll. Cut out on the pressure from Stavros Zarokostas. In his first full season with One Knoxville after joining up midway through last year. Brown dancing through, drawing a whistle from Cristian Campo Hernandez. Played quickly by forward Madison. Better rhythm for the folks in pink. Souza bombing up the right side. Instead switched in the other direction. And it's Villader. Has a run from Brown. Back inside. Galindres, Villader. Knoxville getting all the bodies in front. Boyce on the turn. Boyce! Seen over by Gary Bay. Select is proud to be the official matchball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Jaheim and Nico dueling Browns once again. This time it's Jaheim who draws the foul on his compatriot. Whistle to 1 Knox. Skelton looking to take it quickly. Instead, sending long in the direction of Tequila and given right back to forward Madison. One Knoxville, 3rd lowest in terms of possession numbers in USL League One so far this season. Not afraid to go long, keep things direct, which plays into the hands of Madison, who certainly prefer to keep the ball. He highlighted in pregame that the Mingos complete, on average, over 100 more passes per game than One Knoxville. But One Knoxville has created double the amount of big chances per game in comparison to Madison in the league so far this season. So dueling styles on display. Both teams doing it without some of their key pieces. Anyone's guess as to how this one will play out, but what we do know from the series history is that 4 of the 7 times these teams have met, it has ended in a draw. 4 out of the 5 in league play ended even after 90 minutes. Teams that were in the same Jägermeister Cup group last season, each team winning 1 game in the group stage. And they are drawn together in Group 3 again this year. Both teams have played 1 match so far in the Jägermeister Cup. Madison falling 4-0 to Indy 11 at home. Knoxville with the huge win against FC Tulsa, a championship side, coming on penalty kicks after drawing 2-2 in the 90 minutes. Really had a great chance to win that game as well. They conceded in second half stoppage time that sent it to the shootout, but at least they picked up the extra point by virtue of winning the penalty kick shootout in front of the record crowd here at Covenant Health Park in the inaugural game. Villader back to his feet after earning the foul and the free kick for the Mingos. Villader, a player given lots of freedom tonight. He's a native of Barcelona, lists Lionel Messi as his idol. In his days with Union Omaha, an all-league performer, 2020, 2021, mostly playing at the outside back spot, and definitely given a lot more creative license tonight with Derek Gebhardt out of the starting lineup. Should be available from the bench, Madison's number 17. We'll get to see a new side of Villader, perhaps. And just underneath Galindres up top, who is still looking for his first league goal of the season. Here's Galindres. It's given away to Rosamilia. Overlapping run from Stuart Ritchie. He's got options to pick out in the box, trying to take one more touch past Souza, who stood him up well. And from that position, a throw-in is a relief for Madison when you got Stuart Ritchie running at the byline. And there were 4 blue shirts inside the box. From the other side of the field, you might see a long throw from Jaheim Brown, but in this case, they take it short. Ritchie ends up getting his cross in, headed out by Kroll. Brown spotting the long ball to Rosamilia. Zarokostas riding a challenge. Murphy got his foot in. Looks like a throw coming up the right field line here at this shared stadium with One Knoxville and the Knoxville Smokies AA baseball team. Nico Brown carrying dangerously past a few Knoxville defenders, going down, and the referee puts whistle to lips. A free kick to forward Madison. A wonderful burst of pace and skill and endeavor from Nico Brown. It's Fernandez who gets caught stepping high. But that's what Madison will need tonight. Somebody to drive at the defense and make those defenders come out of position the way that Fernandez did. Now what can they make of the free kick? This is a difficult position from straight on, but probably too far for a shot. Whether it's a dink, whether it's played short or played to the back post. Really looking to find a teammate for Devin Boyce. Yadair over the ball as well. Will be the Barcelona native. Served in and dealt with by Richie. Rosamilia making a mess of his clearance. Galindra is battling. Eventually Richie completes the clearance. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. North Carolina FC face-off against Oakland Roots SC on May 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Halfway through the first half and no goals to speak of. One big chance came to One Knoxville. It was a save from Bernd Schipman on a shot from Zarokostas. And then there was an opportunity on the follow-up for Nico Rosamilia, but blocked by a Madison defender. That's really the only time we've seen either goal threatened. But Chilaka trying to create another one with a long throw here. It's a good one as well. In fact, over everyone's head. Souza picking it up. Driven low, deflected out by Caputo. Zarokostas doing his defensive work. Madison sending forward the heavy artillery. Boys shaping it up, and One Knoxville stepping their line up to the edge of the D. Giving a lot of space for them to drop this ball into. Hesitation. And another set piece wasted for Madison. Glazer said that his team was in a difficult moment with the injuries they've had to weather. Souza combining with Villader. They haven't won a game since March 29th against Richmond Kickers in the Derby. Haven't been able to find the back of the net multiple times in the same game since that Richmond win. So a full month without picking up 3 points. They got back to a little bit better form in a 0-0 draw with Union Omaha, one that gave Glazer a lot of hope with the grit and determination that his team showed. He said it was their best running output of the season. And so that determination and effort coming off the 4-0 defeat in the Jaeger Cup, certainly a positive sign, but no indication that they've solved the goal-scoring problem facing this Madison team right now. And Glazer was open about expecting much of the same in this match that you saw against Union Omaha. The first order of business is to make themselves hard to play against, try to pick up some points on the road, and anything beyond that is a bonus, given the situation they have to work with, the difficulty of the schedule. So far in this one, the Mingos holding 67% of the possession, turning that into 2 shots. One Knoxville with 3 shots, putting 1 on target, despite the 35% share of the ball. Tequila has it poked away. Haugley. Here comes Rosamilia. I can't believe that it didn't knock off of Ferdy Sosa. But a goal kick coming for Madison. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Out off the heel of Zarakostas, bounces fortunately for Nico Brown, who can stretch his legs into space. He's been the most dangerous player so far for forward Madison. Combining with Viader. Brown back to Kroll. Spotted the feet of Viader, couldn't squeeze it through. That lane closed off by Abel Caputo, the ever-present defensive midfielder, who Ian Fuller calls the glue of this team. Player who might not always get the most recognition. He plays a crucial role, making everybody else around him better. Matt Glazer, former goalkeeper, staying involved in the action. In his 4th season in charge with Forward Madison, coming off of a 3rd place finish last year and their first playoff win. Ended up out in the semifinals, but a very positive season for Forward Madison. They were hoping to build on the back of that, and it's been a tough start to the year, but with his experience, he knows it's better to peak in the fall. And the new man on the block is Ian Fuller, who's been off to a hot start, earning the Coach of the Month for April. He said he's been preparing to be a head coach for the last 10 to 20 years of his career. He said even, in fact, while he was still playing, he was a player coach with Orlando City SC and always had his eyes on this as a career. His long time as an assistant, he's always thinking about the ways that he could perform as a head coach, and he did admit to me that he's still doing some soul searching about what is best and how to figure out this new league to him, USL League One. He's leaned on Ilya Ilic, who was recently a player for One Knoxville, transitioned into an assistant coaching role as someone who's got that league experience and can give him scouting reports on some of the players who've been around the block, some of the various road trips they will face. Sent in by Souza, Brown climbing. First claim of the night for Johan Garibe. And credit Jaheim Brown for making that header difficult on Nico Brown. After some good work, cross from Souza on the other side. It's a commonality between these two teams that the wingbacks are the primary creators. We've seen it out of Souza and Brown for Madison. Typically Richie and Jaheim Brown doing the same for Knoxville, although they've been a little bit more quiet in the early going. Caputo spreads it out to Stuart Ritchie. He's got Rosamilia ahead of him, checking inside and finding Caputo. Great touch around the corner. Ritchie, low ball, caught up in the grass. Driven away by Murphy, who picks it back up as the Mingos play out. Carrera Garcia finding Galindres. Murphy's continued his run, got tripped as he approached the halfway line, spotted by Cristian Campo Hernandez. And it will be a free kick around the midfield mark. Carrera Garcia perhaps arguing for some further punishment. As we see again, it's Danny Fernandez catching the back heel of John Murphy as he strided through. Good place to make a foul from a One Knoxville perspective. Madison showing their ability to play out of the back. And it may take an extra run from Murphy or Carrera Garcia to help out that forward line today. Some debate over who should take this free kick opportunity for the Mingos. As I say a hello to the flock checking out this game at Bree Stevens Field. And they are hanging out in the forward club, taking this one in at the away watch party. Sure, you got some Knoxville supporters as well who maybe couldn't make it out on Friday after work. Tuned into this one. League One fans across the board, we're happy to have you all on this Mother's Day weekend. Parker Johnson here with you on the commentary. As One Knoxville trying to keep their undefeated start to the season alive. A win could push them back up into first place in the table as they play one of their games in hand. Madison playing from the start tonight without any of their goal scorers in league play so far. 3 from Derek Gebhard sitting on the bench here from the opening, and Nazim Bartman and his 1 league goal unavailable at all tonight. No Mark Doyle for one Knoxville on the other side. Another player who has put the ball in the back of the net a couple times early on this season. He leads them with 3 goals in all competitions. And dealing with a hamstring problem at the moment, keeping him out as Tequila goes down. Ten minutes here until the halftime break. Some contacts through the back from Timmy Mell. Team of the week selection this week in USL League One. Hopefully nothing more than a bruise for Tequila, who's back on his feet. Seeking the ball, but Brown pushed back. Skelton going back to Gary Bay. Well, it's the start to a very fun weekend in Knoxville. They've got a post-game concert tonight as they get the set list started for the Southern Skies Music and Whiskey Festival. It's taking place tomorrow in downtown. And furthermore, Knoxville's women's team will play their inaugural match at Covenant Health Park. A brand new team this year joining the USLW League and competing against the local rival from across the Blue Ridge Mountains, Asheville City SC, in their opener here tomorrow. So if you wonder why this game is played on a Friday, there's a lot going on in Knoxville this weekend. Haven't exactly seen the sweetest music played so far on the pitch, but a long throw opportunity here for Brown, and these certainly are dangerous for Knoxville. Our live stats tell us in the early going that over 50% of this game has been played with the ball out of play. Brown launches it back in. Skelton with the first header. Another flick off the post as Shipman thought it was going wide. If that was a few inches to the right, that would have been in the back of the net. As the long throw proves dangerous, nobody even got the first header, and it's the flick from Haugley. Just a complete misread from the German goalkeeper. A little bit of sun to deal with down there as well as it sets here over the Smokies. That close to an opening goal. And Brown wants a different ball for his throw-in of choice here, which will be a shorter one. Seeking out Haugley, given away. But possession maintained by one Knoxville in the attacking half. Stuart Ritchie. Villader can't hold on to it. Danny Fernandez breaking the lines. Caputo on the turn. And walled off by pink shirts. They rotated around for Stuart Ritchie. It was when Ritchie came inside from his left back position after a long spell of possession in the attacking third that he scored against Portland last week. Cut low and out for a Knoxville throw-in. Ritchie takes it to Rosamilia. Header from Kroll. There's been very little to speak of in transition for forward Madison, with Sievert Haugley and Abel Caputo patrolling the base of midfield, forming a wall in front of that back four anytime that one Knoxville do lose possession. See them both here assisting the back line. It's Caputo back to Skelton, looking for the long ball. Rosamilia, and it's Faraday Souza who gets there first, trying to head it back to his goalkeeper, who could hold on to that, but he's palmed it almost out for a corner. And then Souza forced to deal with it up the line. Some moments of miscommunication across the back with Shipman in particular. The last thing Madison can do, given their struggles to find a goal, is to give away a cheap one on the other end. Galindra is looking to hold it up. Through the back came Caputo. No whistle from the referee, but he will stop the play, I believe, just to check on Galindras here. It didn't appear that he whistled for the foul, but Brown's remonstrations would suggest otherwise. We'll get that sorted out. We'll take a look at that again. Roll that beautiful bean footage presented by Bushes. Galindras will get some attention. The Colombian striker, a USL League One stalwart, comes into today's match tied for 4th in League One history with 29 goals to his name. One ahead of him is Jake Keegan, now with Portland Hearts of Pine, and 2 ahead of him is injured teammate Garrett McLaughlin, who's one of the men who couldn't quite make the bench tonight for Matt Glazer's team. You see a short group there on the sideline. Standing up was the 18-year-old Riley Binns, who's yet to make a USL League One appearance. They've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench as well. On the One Knox sideline for Ian Fuller, honestly, a pretty similar story when you look at their reserves. You got the 3rd-string keeper in Nicholas Lehman on the bench. Nico Gouling getting rotated out tonight. And just 4 other outfield players available for Fuller. So Galindras back to his feet. A little breather for everyone as we preempt the halftime stoppage. And Galindras awaits to get the signal from the referee. So he will be back in the action. And watch out, Abel Caputo. He's coming fast. The Venezuelan felt the Colombian coming. 2 minutes till the break. Still looking to break the deadlock. Pink jersey swarm on Callum Johnson. Johnson pushed into a more attacking midfield position today. See him sometimes as a number 8. Sometimes the number 10, sometimes more in the base of midfield. Can play outside as well. Very versatile player. But without Mark Doyle, needing another person in that front 4. No Gouling from the start as well. So you put in Rosamilia and move up Callum Johnson, the all-time leader in League One appearances for One Knoxville. Steady as they come. Shipman urging his charges forward with about a minute to go until halftime on this undersized pitch at Covenant Health Park. It meets the FIFA minimum standards and nothing more. 110 yards by 70. Something that Matt Glazer noted to me ahead of this game. Said that it wasn't exactly conducive to Forward Madison's preferred possession style. Certainly suits One Knoxville and their more direct play. But the one thing everybody loves about it is the natural grass surface, which they renovate wonderfully after the baseball games here. This connection in possession. setting up a chance for Souza perhaps to toss it long. 2 minutes of first half stoppage time here in Knoxville. A long throw created the best chance of the match for one Knoxville. See if Ford Madison can do the same. Souza. Brown rises, and Gary Bay claiming above him. Easy catch in the end for the goalkeeper out of Stockton, California. His punt all the way into the forward Madison 18-yard box. As they try to play out from the edge of their own area. Kroll. Another great example there of how short this pitch is, that Gary Bay could launch it so effortlessly to the other penalty box. And just how quickly one Knoxville can go from defense to attack. But it's Madison swinging the other way. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Kroll trying to create. Nice pass into the feet of Villader. Boyce spots Galindres. Blazed over, and he was offside anyway. But the prettiest piece of football coming in the final 20 seconds of the first half as Boyce picked the lock. And it was Kroll who got it started with the low-driven line-breaking pass. A lay down from Villader, and that does it for our first half at Covenant Health Park. Scoreless between one Knoxville and Forward Madison in a Friday night League One special. We are going to step aside for our halftime break. Halftime brought to you by Realty Executives. It was scoreless in the first half, but plenty of drama that could unfold in the second 45. We'll take you through the highlights and the headlines around the league at the break when we come back on ESPN+.
Gig speed internet from the big guys, gig speed internet from KUB Fiber. What's the difference? Ours is truly gig speed. Do a speed check and see if you're getting what you pay for. Then make the switch to KUB Fiber.
Halftime from Knoxville, and halftime is brought to you by Realty Executives. Our Halftime score, 1 Knoxville 0, forward Madison 0, as we take a look around USL League One as we enter match week 10. We look back at last week's Team of the Week, and you'll see a couple of familiar...
It comes in! Big save, Morse!
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 2 nights, get a $50 Best Western gift card.
How does Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water keep you in the game? We always source our water directly from the natural spring to fuel every body, no matter how you like to move it. So whether you're chasing your goals or just staying active this summer, make sure to stay hydrated with Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
Blew my mind away.
It's not just a nationwide company that's trying to get your money and then jacking up your prices every other month.
$65 a month, every month, no questions asked.
It's so fast.
So my speeds have quadrupled, actually.
Believe me, you will see the difference.
If you can get KUB fiber in your neighborhood, get it.
10 out of 10, I would recommend it.
Kids finding some fun at the halftime break. Brought to you by Realty Executive. 0-0, a scoreless first half from Knoxville between 1 Knox and forward Madison. We'll take a look at the news and notes around USL.
Internet from the big guys, fiber internet from KUB. What's the difference? No fine print. Get true gig speed internet for just $65 a month. No contracts, no slowdowns, no disclaimers. KUB Fiber.
beautiful Friday night in Knoxville, Tennessee. Your halftime score presented by Realty Executives, 0-0 between One Knoxville and Forward Madison FC. We are just a few minutes away from the start of the second half, and before we get to that, we'll show you how things went down in the first 45. Our first half highlights. There weren't a whole lot to speak of. You know already that there wasn't a goal, but these were the best pieces of play. Over the top from One Knoxville found Zero Costas, and a sweet save from Baron Shipman, followed up by some timely defending from his back line on the rebound. There were a few chances as well for the Mingos. They didn't officially put a shot on goal in the first half, but they had some nice opportunities. This one reworking the possession around the edge of the box. Boyce on the turn trying to create for himself and flashing it just over the crossbar. And then this was the closest we came to seeing a goal in the first half. A jumbled play, lost in the sun, flicked on from a long header. Whoa, Burton Shipman thought it was going wide, and it rattles off the outside of the post as we all get familiar with these new digs at the Cove, Covenant Health Park, in its first taste of league action tonight. Here's a story of the stats for Madison. Predictably, a little bit more possession. However, as I said, unable to put a shot on target in this match. Knoxville did at least put one, forcing that stretch save out of Shipman that you just saw. A couple corners for the home side, one offside for Forward Madison. But overall, not a lot of attacking play to speak of. And it is worth mentioning that a number of key players for both sides out for this match. From the start, Forward Madison missing its only players to score in the league so far this season. Derek Gebhard available from the bench with his 3 league goals. Nazim Bartman is unavailable tonight. He has also scored one of Madison's 4 goals in League One this season. On the other side, One Knoxville playing without Mark Doyle, their star winger coming out of Rhode Island FC last season and off to a firing start with 3 goals in all competitions. Kempis Tequila has scored 3 times this season in all comps for One Knoxville, but he only completed 3 passes in the first half and was not able to fire off a shot. So that is where we stand as we start the second 45 from Knoxville, Tennessee. Parker Johnson here with you, and we're so happy that you joined us on this Friday night. For those of you maybe settling in, hopping off work and tuning in to some Friday night footy, we're so happy to have you on ESPN Plus, live from Knoxville on Southern Skies weekend as festivities just getting started. And everybody who's in attendance tonight will be treated to a post-game concert as well from Cruz Contreras and his band, the Black Lilies. Unfortunately, I do not get to stick around and stay for that one. But they've got something to look forward to as I beg for some goals. Crossfield pass from Caputo. Zaro Costas brings it down. Backing down Krull. He did keep his cross in play. Rosa Malia tracks it down. Nico Rosa Malia wearing 77 for One Knoxville. His first start in USL League One. 22-year-old out of Rutgers. Ian Fuller said he's a player who will run at you, cause you problems, get in your face, and someone he has full confidence in. Without Doyle available tonight to take on that left wing position, he was strong combining with Stuart Ritchie in the first half. Callum Johnson filling in the number 10 role with Mikael Guling getting some rest at the start of this match, although we may see him in the second half. It's off the arm here of Rosa Malia. And I think he knew it, hoping that the ref hadn't spotted it. But Christian Campo Hernandez on the spot. For now, Knoxville's unbeaten start to USL League One play remaining intact. they will have more in mind than a single point tonight. It's a Madison team that still just have one win in league play through 5 matches. Jaheim Brown will start the attack for One Knoxville. Offside. Flag raised against Zaracostas. Came back from an offside position. Free kick will be taken by Jake Kroll, who tonight moves into a tie for 9th place all-time in USL League One appearances. He matches 121, a mark set by Akira Fitzgerald, who was starring and getting a start against MLS competition in Open Cup this week for North Carolina FC. Murphy carrying into the box, defended by Callum Johnson. And One Knoxville conceding a chance for a long throw from Faraday Souza. Instead, it will be Chilaka who comes forward from the back, and it's Campo Hernandez remonstrating that he does not have any time for time wasting here in the second half. Long throw, it was not. Cut out by Stuart Ritchie. After all of that. And the left-footed cross dealt with by Jaheim Brown. Haugley trying to head it down. A high boot, no whistle from the referee. And out over the touchline once again. Back flick from Boyce. Showed a bit of creative spark towards the end of the first half, and here he's maneuvering his way from right to left, combining with Chilaka and spotting the run here of Kroll. Out for another throw for forward Madison. Kroll can take it quickly with Villader. Boyce staying on the left side for now. The right midfielder. Nico Brown working the overload. Ball won by Zaracostas. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Brown needing a bit of extra assistance. I've seen him combine very well with, oh, it was a late step perhaps from Zaracostas. I've seen Brown combine well with Derek Gebhard this season for forward Madison. That was a combination that Matt Glazer pointed out to me as one of the best in the attacking areas of the pitch, but Gebhard did not get the start tonight. He is on the bench, and you imagine if Brown is worse for wear, he could be the replacement. Villader came in for him in the starting lineup. Glazer a bit frustrated, but no VAR here to take a look at those kind of subtle plays, if that was indeed a step on the calf of Nico Brown. The referee doesn't spot it in real time. Very hard to do anything about it. But give the benefit of the doubt to Zaracostas. And we play on here in the second half, 7.5 minutes in. Much the same as we saw in the first period. Rosamilia went down. And it's another 77 seeking treatment as Sosa gives the fans a show. Claiming took a blow to the face here, which ensured that the referee had to stop the play. If there's any suspicion of a potential head injury. Sosa pleading his innocence. Big tackle coming in from Sievert Haugli. And Sosa was able to get the ball out of the way in time and draw the free kick for Madison. This will be on the ground here, I believe. Kroll and Chilaka strolling forward. Could be a nice channel for either Boyce with the right or Villader with the left to whip this ball into and create some danger for forward Madison. They need to convert. Beautiful ball, Villader. And climbing over the back was Nico Brown. Enter the Prinks Tires Tailgate Kit Sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth up to $3,000. Scan the QR code on the screen to enter today. Fernandez with the header away. Rosamilia going down. Finds Haugli in the left channel. Sievert Haugli is cross blocked by Murphy. Caputo unable to threaten the goal. But a shot, a sight for sore eyes. That is our first of the second half. Bringing one Knoxville's tally to 5 on the night. As Shipman puts that beautiful Sampaguita kit on display again. Murphy, hounded by Callum Johnson. Johnson gets the better of him. It knocks back off of Murphy, and this will be a one Knoxville throw-in. Looks like a couple players getting ready to come in for the home side. Angelo Kelly, Miko Guling, and Babacar Dieng, providing some different looks in the attacking zones for Ian Fuller and his team. Johnson, Haugli, and Tequila coming off. Guling was given the Man of the Match award in Knoxville's PK win in the Jaeger Cup in the opening match here at Covenant Health Park. He will have 33 minutes to make the difference as DN comes on up top. Tequila, with a very quiet night in blue. And a poor pass out of the back here from Gary Bay could set up a chance for Forward Madison. Unable to go quickly, but Viader keeping control. And we'll go all the way back to Shipman. Baba DN provides a very different threat up top for one Knoxville. Player that Ian Fuller described with the word elegant. He runs in behind much more successfully than Tequila as 2 slide tackles converged on the newly entered Angelo Kelly. Let's take a look at that again. Bush's best replay, and a little too much contact on Kelly. He finds the pass here, played through Vizarro Costas across, and Rosamilia with a goal for one Knoxville. The Rutgers rookie draws a roar from the crowd. And one Knoxville on top. It's all about the pass from Angelo Kelly. Zaracostas putting it right in front of the goal, begging his teammate to polish it off. And a well-timed run from Rosamilia, slipping in front of Faraday Souza, earning him a chance to celebrate right down in front of the fort. Very well-worked goal, and the substitutions paying dividends for Ian Fuller as Kelly picks the lock. Boyce is looking for a quick response for Forward Madison. Murphy sliding cross, could fall here, and some positive goalkeeping and a long rip! And just like that, we're level! 1-1 from Jake Kroll. Gary Bay had left his goal on the initial save, and that gave enough room for the defender. Shouts of offside on Murphy. And here's Kroll, right place, right time. It pops up beautifully for him. All that beautiful bean footage for our replay, and it's Kroll, a little deflection. Gary Bay could not get back to it. A game sparked to life on Friday night. 0-0 for 59 minutes, and all of a sudden it's 1-1 in the 62nd. Back where we started in some regards, but critical goal for Forward Madison. I'd double your money if you told me you had Jake Kroll as the goal scorer tonight. Kelly getting end line, drawing a corner. His presence making an immediate impact. Bringing us to this corner kick brought to you by Precision Concrete Solutions, proud members of the East Tennessee community, building together. Rosamilia, the man building a beautiful relationship with these fans. His first League One start, his first goal for Knoxville. Richie trying to double the damage. It bounces all the way for Kelly. Back post, Caputo. Carrera Garcia. Kept in play. And then out off of Boyce, I believe. And now a response from Matt Glazer after the 3 subs. Changing the game for one Knoxville. We'll see Derek Gebhard join the action, replacing Damia Viader, his first start since arriving on April 2nd in his 5th match for forward Madison. A solid shift, and now on comes the major goal threat for the Mingos. Derek Gebhard, all-time appearance leader for forward Madison. A man who knows what it takes in a game like this. He's got 3 league goals to his name already this season. He's done it on just 4 shots, so he doesn't need a lot of opportunities. It's a like-for-like change in the front line. Viader was playing that left wing spot that Gebhard usually holds down. He may play it a little bit differently than Viader, but same spot in Matt Glazer's 3-4-3. It's been all about the left side. Thinking about the impact that Nico Brown has made, as there's some contact off the ball between he and one Knoxville players on the far side. I think it was Zero Costas. Goling tracking it down, using that physical frame. Ian Fuller marked Goling as a unique prospect with his combination of physical attributes and technical quality. Always looking for a goal, whether he's playing as a number 8 or a number 10. Brilliant start to his pro career. Meantime, we had a yellow card issued to Nico Brown. Mentioned that there was a little bit of off the ball something happening as Brown involved in another collision here. Fresh into the referee's book, and perhaps some retaliation. It's been an ongoing battle up that sideline. Nothing further here. That's our first yellow card of the match. Gebhard brings Souza into the play. Trying to go over the top for Galindres. Scoop forward for Nico Goling. Kelly demands possession. This midfield trio alongside Caputo, giving a new gear to one Knoxville. Just before the 60-minute mark, as we saw 2 goals in a matter of minutes. First from Nico Rosamalia. See at the bottom of your screen, and matched by Jake Kroll of Ford Madison less than 2 minutes later. Kelly intercepts. Brown left it a little short for Zaracostas. Looks the attack momentarily. Knoxville building from the back. Great feet from Caputo. Making forward Madison run. Brown had enough of it at the back. Skelton. Now Kelly on the turn. And just streaming forward ahead of him. DN searching for the right run. Stopping, showing defeat. Flipped over to Richie. Rosamilia, the goal scorer, to Kelly. Shipman needs to keep that one in, and does so. Lindres battling with Fernandez. Kroll powering forward. Finds Nico Brown. Back to Kroll. Galindres with a touch in the box. Turning, firing. Garibay with the right foot. That could be a huge stop from Johan Garibay. Galindres, certainly a poacher style of striker. And with his back to goal, always able to fire off something dangerous. Those are harder than it looks to stop as a goalkeeper, flashed right at your standing foot. Will be a Precision Concrete Solutions corner kick to be taken by Jake Kroll. In swinger. DN flying in for the defensive header. He was fouled in the process. A curtain call for Nico Rosamilia, scoring his first professional goal. And a huge one for one Knoxville, albeit equaled out very quickly by forward Madison. He's replaced by Gio Calixto, coming back after some injury woes have kept him on the sideline this season. So that's a big boost for one Knoxville. Playing without Mark Doyle. Couple of new options available on the left wing. Boyce keeping it alive. And pressuring high for forward Madison as well. Brown plays out with Zaracostas. Holding off Kroll brilliantly. And he was wont to continue. Perfect rainbow flick on top of all of it, but it's called back for the foul. Goulding dispossessed. That's a dangerous crossfield pass, looking for Brown. Zaracostas drawing the whistle. Calixto with his first touch. Inside to Goulding. Skelton. Founded by Galindres. Doom picks it up on the turn. Calixto trying to stretch his legs. Nice tackle from behind, gets it back in the box. Off the chest of Carrera Garcia. Souza completes the clearance. Galindres won't beat Skelton to that one. The accomplished aerial duel winner. Plays forward to Caputo, who finds Kelly. Plenty of space to work into. Flashed across. And deflected into the arms of Shipman, who was alive at his front post. I think that was meant to be a cross for Dien. And took a touch off of Kroll. Shipman is not cheating on that play, so able to cover it up. Just over 15 minutes plus stoppage time left here from Covenant Health Park. Both goals scored in the second half in a 2-minute span, right at the 60-minute mark. Ball played in behind, one Knoxville, tracking down Dien. Souza with the emergency defending. Gebhard chasing Fernandez. And it's out for a Madison throw. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Boyce. Off to Carrera Garcia. Flicked around the corner, Galindres. Snatches at his shot and snatches at his jersey. Frustration growing for the Colombian forward, still seeking his first goal in league play. Dien on the chase. Chilaka dealt with it coolly. Gebhard searching for a cross with nobody there for forward Madison. Garibay going with the throw in to set Calixto away. Dien, great fake, long shot. Made good contact, but flashed wide of the far post. A sighter for the Senegalese striker. Got rid of Chilaka with the fake. Dien, just 1 goal in 25 appearances for Pittsburgh Riverhounds at the championship level. Came there straight out of playing college ball with the Ryder Bronx. But brought in to give some competition to Kempis Tequila after his immense goal-scoring campaign for one Knoxville last year. Guiding the Scruffs to a lot of the points that they won throughout the season. They needed a second option. They needed somebody to keep Tequila honest. Deanna's proven to be that man. Here's Caputo. He's been excellent tonight. Controlling at the base of midfield, evading Murphy elegantly. Jaheim Brown drops it off for Angelo Kelly. And around with Caputo to Ritchie. Two-touch play from one Knoxville, continuing Calistro forward to Ritchie. Bobbling ball sent in. Kelly was the man in the middle. Not the ideal target for a cross like that. Calixto with space, overlapping run from Ritchie. Stuart Ritchie, the left back, striding forward. Cut low, dealt with by Chilaka. Not the best clearance from Souza. Better that time from Krul. Galindres just knocking it as far forward as possible, allowing his teammates a chance to come forward. And given some space to Gouling, who tried to turn. Closed down by Chilaka. Murphy. Galindres. Gebhard, play on from the referee. Galindres, no, they've brought it back. No chance to shoot for Juan Galindres. Gebhard down. And certainly a foul, no doubt about that, but forward Madison can't believe that Cristian Campo Hernandez didn't allow them to play on here. There's the foul. It will be a yellow card for Jaheim Brown for his role, and I suppose that is part of the reason that it was brought back. Although you can always issue that yellow card afterwards. We talked about the battle all night between Nico Brown and Jaheim Brown, both now in the referee's book. And a sub coming for forward Madison. That is Adrian Graffin, the Brazilian-American striker. He will replace Devin Boyce, so he's not taking off Galindres. Those two can play as a partnership. Couple of center forwards on the pitch now for forward Madison. As they perhaps seek to steal all 3 points late on in this one. They've battled, they've dealt with playing without their captain, Mitch Osmond. Weren't able to give Gebhard the start, although he's made his way back on. See what his status is after this injury stoppage as he limps away and gets back to his feet. Still playing without the likes of Eddie Manjoma out for the season. Garrett McLaughlin dealing with a long-term ankle injury. Aiden Macias, Nazim Bartman out tonight. Jackson Dietrich still out. And the fight continues for Matt Glazer's Mingos, who went down in the 60th minute and struck back immediately. Now they got two strikers out there for the final 10 minutes or so of this one. Krull, the goal scorer, header from Chilaka, claiming handball. Nothing given by the referee. Richie baits in the tackle. It will be a throw for one Knoxville. Brown charging in to contest the crossfield pass. Jaheim Brown. Well done by Chilaka, and another Mingo down. That is Jake Kroll this time, clutching his head. So play must be stopped. 84th minute. As we start to calculate the stoppage time that we're going to see in about 6.5 minutes. Creeping up and up and up. Four out of the 7 league matches between Knoxville and Madison in Knoxville's short existence have ended in a draw. Thankfully, we've avoided the 4th 0-0 draw out of those matches. A goal apiece, but can somebody find the deadlock? Or can somebody open the deadlock, as it were? Are we destined for a draw? 5 minutes and change to find out. And as much as Madison can realistically offer with the players available tonight, they're all out there on the pitch right now. Graffin using his size. Carried away by one Knoxville. DN looking for Calixtro. Souza. Murphy has Gebhard through the middle. It hit a hand, I believe. Gary Bay showing urgency for one Knoxville. Carrera Garcia. Welcome foul on the center midfielder, given by Zaracostas. He's gone through a lot of work on that right-hand side today. Dealing with the trio of threats presented by Kroll at left center back, Brown at wing back, and then Gebhard and Damia Villader earlier in the match, playing in the left wing spot. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Nico Brown against Jaheim Brown. Headed out by Skelton. Corner upcoming for the Mingos. Murphy to Brown. Going, heads it out as far as Gebhard. Gebhard squaring up Gio Calixtro. He likes the matchup. Lofts it to the back post. Nico Brown first to it. Whipped in. Dangerous spot. Knoxville letting it bounce, and Calixtro out over the touchline. Chilaka has shown a long throw a couple of times in this match. Can he work the narrow pitch at the Cove? Chilaka, big throw, Graffin, and sent in. Murphy, very close to the perfect connection. Caught it right on the laces, but unable to get over the ball enough. Fernandez inviting the pressure, playing around it well. Danny the Bull. And Angelo Kelly. Recovered by Zaro Costas. Goaling, flashed in. Great defending from Souza. He was beaten on Knoxville's first goal. Not to be that time. A great challenge from Jaheim Brown to stop the counter from Nico Brown on the other side. Final 30 seconds before stoppage time. The offside flag up clearly there on Babacar Dieng. As we see 4 minutes of second half stoppage time. Galindres crowded out by Skelton. It only took 2 minutes to produce the 2 goals that we saw in this match in the second half. Got double that amount of time left. Anything is possible here, as Knoxville's undefeated record currently intact, but certainly in danger from one moment of magic from Madison. Dieng talks his way into the book. Frustrated at a no call from Cristian Campo Hernandez. Frustration all around for one Knoxville, who might be expecting a bit more from this match against an overmatched Madison. When you look at the injury list, Knoxville dealing with a few of their own as well, but certainly the favorites coming into this one. Playing at home, the first league match at Covenant Health Park. Mingo's still in it here. Gebhard to Souza. Can Murphy craft something up? Chilaka given the opportunity to maximize this throw-in for Madison. He tosses back to Souza. Left-footed service just over the head of Gebhard. That might have been the chance for the Mingos. Gary Bay urging his team forward. No Sean Lewis tonight. Gary Bay has been solid between the sticks. Great long ball as well. And just a bit impatient from Gio Calixto, looking like a man who has not gotten a lot of playing time this season. Rushing the shot, he had a couple of numbers that he could have worked with there. Dean has Zara Costas on the backside. Kroll closes the space. It's right back to Angelo Kelly. Looking for DN. Ooh, got his head on it. Forced at least a show dive from Shipmont. Showing how dangerous 2 passes can prove to be from this one Knoxville side. The huge one across the pitch from DN over to Zara Costas. And then a simple cross from Kelly, nearly reconnecting with the Senegalese. 30 seconds left to play as we kick off week 10 in USL League One. Galindres nipping at the heels of Angelo Kelly. How fast will Knoxville try to play this? Surely the last chance for the team in blue. Pushed forward by Gary Bay. Dangerously close now. Skelton got the initial header, but that's going to do it from the Cove. The points are shared once again for the 5th time in 8 league matches between Forward Madison and 1 Knoxville. And Ian Fuller's first taste of the Mingos ends in a 1-1 draw in the first ever league match played at Covenant Health Park in Knoxville, Tennessee. But 1 Knoxville remain undefeated, still the only team in League One. And the man that they have to thank for it is your man of the match, Nico Rosamilia, presented by Peaceful Side Brewery's Club Light, brewed in the peaceful side of the Smoky Mountains. It was the rookie out of Rutgers who created our play of the game. And you can roll that beautiful play of the game, Bush's Beans, from Knoxville, supporting Knoxville with its newest hero, Nico Rosamilia, getting some supply from an old friend, Angelo Kelly, onto Zara Costas. Beautifully worked goal, slotted across, and a veteran type of movement from the forward, Rosamilia, filling in today for Mark Doyle and doing the job for Ian Fuller. We'll show you the full-time highlights and wrap things up from Covenant Health Park right after this. Full-time score, 1 Knoxville 1, Forward Madison 1.
The change in speed was amazing.
$65 a month, every month.
It's so fast. Believe me, you will see the difference.
I've told them when it comes, you better get it quick.
Welcome back to Knoxville on this Friday night. 1 Knox, 1 Forward Madison, 1 in the first match ever in league play at Covenant Health Park, kicking off a weekend of festivities in Knoxville. And we're going to take you through the story of this one, starting with our full-time highlights. That right peg keeping it out, so we ended the match 1-1. After 90-plus minutes. 1 Knoxville with the edge in shots, with the edge in possession in the end, which is certainly saying something against forward Madison. And at the end, the only thing that matters, 1 goal apiece, and Knoxville keeping their undefeated record alive in USL League One play. 12 points now on the season from 3 points and 3 draws out of 6. So that wraps us up from Knoxville as we kick off this Mother's Day weekend. I want to say a big thank you, and I love you, Mom, for everything that you do. And on that note, a word of thanks to our crew, Hunter, Tyreek, Jason doing a great job, and the rest of our crew at Covenant Health Park. It's been a pleasure having you along with us tonight for USL League One action. 1 Knoxville 1, forward Madison 1. Have a great weekend, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.